Hello everybody, this is the End of Game 2000. Today we'll be doing another episode of Broken Sword, Shadow of the Temple, whatever it's called, I forget. I've been doing an episode of this for a while. We stopped at the joke shop. Yeah, I can't remember if there's much we can do here, but anyway, I'll just quickly get on with it and start starting this.
I gave the dummy Puro a tentative prod, but it didn't move.
Okay.
As I was about to touch the dummy, I realized it had the same color eyes as Nico. The strange thing was, I hadn't realized I'd noticed the color of Nico's eyes.
Okay. I think the only person you is talking to him apart from go outside.
Excuse me?
Oui, monsieur?
Do you want this buzzer back?
No, you keep it.
Oh yeah, in the last episode at the end, basically he asks to shake our hand, and then use the buzzer thing, whatever it's called.
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Okay, I don't think there's anything we can do.
Do you recognize this cloth?
Oui.
You do?
Mais oui, I served a man wearing a suit made from the same material.
Do you remember his name?
No?
Ah.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that.
Oh, nice.
Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
Ah, I'm getting somewhere.
What does this tool mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
Okay, I think that's what we can do.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur.
What can we do outside then? Got the... Oh, I can't go to the... Let's try what to do. Go to the police office, see if there's anything I can do there. Not a lot we can talk to him about. Alright. Oh yeah, I think I already did that, but...
Hello? Who is this?
Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
Oh, well, didn't get anywhere, did it?
Thanks for nothing.
I'll call Nico, I guess. No, we can't call that just takes us around. Yeah. I'll try after this.
No reply. Maybe she's busy developing her photographs.
Oh, okay. Can we? Yeah, I'll just see if there's anything we can do at the crime scene. Play the Lost Rendell leads. Let me take that right. go here. So we can do with the, I'm pretty sure the police are still there. I think that everything I can do that.
Sergeant Moo?
Please go away, monsieur.
Oh,
I really did. He ran into the alley across the street.
Did you follow him?
That's your job, not mine.
An armed chase through the streets of Paris? That's not our style, monsieur. Inspector Rousseau may be unorthodox, but he's not crazy.
How did you and Rosso arrive at the scene of the explosion so quickly? You arrived within minutes. Was it a tip-off?
Inspector Rousseau's sources are a perpetual mystery to me, monsieur. There are some who say he has made a pact with the devil.
And what do you think?
I think he is the devil.
okay. I don't know,
See you later, Sergeant.
sorry. I just don't know what to do next, I think I'm alone in there.
I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was broken, all right.
Sorry. I don't think so, not alone in there, if we go over and see Nico, maybe? Yeah, I'll go, haven't seen here for a while, well, kind of a while. Yeah, sorry, I dropped my mouse and my controller. I didn't use a controller for this game. Oh, great. Battery. Sorry, this isn't very fun for you, I know. Let me just find my batteries, mate. Okay, I'm back. I found the battery for my mouse. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. We're back now. So yeah, let's go over to Rujawi where Nico lives. Yeah, talk to him. What's going on?
Hi, it's me again.
So I see.
The guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
What is it?
A hand buzzer. You put it in your hand and give people electric shocks.
Why?
It's a gag, a practical joke.
If you ever use it on me, I'll break your arm.
Okay. I get the picture. May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Well, I really called, So, can we call this, or is that just going to take us out of here? Oh. Sorry.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
I'll call the guy, Todd, I think his name is again, I guess.
Hello? Who is this?
It's George Stobart again.
What now?
Nothing else. What happens if we call here while I'm in here apartment? Let's see.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Alright. I don't know that's not right, does it? No, okay. Can't call anyone. I'll talk
A
to
snowman,
the
a penguin, and now a clown. You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you what, I won't be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance of a big break.
Or a premature death.
Alright,
I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George, it's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right.
Hello, sorry, I don't know why I'm saying hello, it's just because for some reason it just ended for some reason. So I have to do this in 2 parts, but it's going to be 1 video for you, so you don't need to know. Yeah. What can we talk about?
Tell me more about yourself.
Oh, there is not much to tell.
Well, how did you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought my first camera. I was 8 and my parents had just split up.
Talk about it.
Did you live with your father?
Yes, my mother went off with her new boyfriend. I don't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really, always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted I should study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
Oh, God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the time I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
I'll talk about
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Do you want this photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make another print.
Do you want this photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make another print.
Okay. I'll do this.
Do you have a boyfriend?
That's none of your business.
Alright. What else can we talk about? Okay.
I found this tissue down the sewer.
Oh, that's disgusting, George.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use. Or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
I don't think there's much more we can do here.
I'm going back out to search for that clown.
Where?
I could go back to the costume shop. Or maybe I should go look for Rosso.
Let me know if you find anything.
I will.
Okay. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know, let me speak to the guy with the mustache. Oh, actually, they both got mustaches. The bald guy. The younger one. The police officer, I mean. I don't know. Let's see if their application is here. Oh. I will. I don't know if I talked to him. I think I talked to him before. I don't know.
Excuse me.
Not so fast. I'd like your personal details, please.
Huh? What for?
In the event of an accident. It would help us to know where to send the body.
Look, is this really necessary? I came in here to talk to Rosso.
Why did you not say?
Oh, okay.
May I see Inspector Rosso?
He's not here.
But
Do you wish to leave a message for him? I have a choice of blue or black pen. I'd recommend the blue for a less formal communication.
I'd prefer to talk to him in person.
As you wish, monsieur.
Okay. You talk about the clown.
Have you had any reports concerning a suspicious clown?
Why, yes. There was a fracas only this morning. 3 arrests for public disorder.
And you say there was a clown involved?
A clown and a particularly offensive piece of sculpture with balloons. Are you in any way involved with the reprobate, monsieur?
No, not me.
Talk about.
Do you know anything about Rosso's psychic techniques?
I cannot comment on my superior's methods. All I will say is that Inspector Rosso has an impressive record.
He's a good detective?
One of the best. He's a man of honor with a fine sense of beauty.
You wouldn't say he was a screwball?
Not to his face, monsieur.
I'll talk about.
Is Sergeant Moo available?
What? You want to speak to him?
Yes, please.
I cannot recall the last time someone asked to speak to Moo. No one ever speaks to him. Not even his kids. Ah bien. He is not here, monsieur. He is with Inspector Rosso, like Laurel and Kitten. No, monsieur?
Hardy. Oliver Norville Hardy.
Okay. Actually, I guess I'll. Oh, right.
Thanks for your help, officer.
I'll just go back to the cafe. Okay. Oh, he's back. Was he there last time? Guess I'll talk to him.
Hey, you!
What do you want now?
No. These
Look,
are my
I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
I guess not. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
I wondered what that bang was. Any bodies?
Yeah, an old man was killed.
Merde. I didn't think it was that serious. What about the waitress?
Oh, she's fine.
Thank the saints.
I'll talk about.
Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Can't beat. I could have knocked his block off.
I gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
Sorry. I guess. I could see if. I don't know if there's much more we can say to him.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, there's a bit we can talk to him about.
I've tracked down the clown's movements, Sergeant.
Is that so, monsieur?
Yeah, there's a man down the street who saw him crawling out of the sewer.
Dressed as a clown?
No, he changed into ordinary clothes by then.
So, how did he know it was the clown?
He didn't, but all the clues add up.
Little children can add up, but I wouldn't let them manage my bank account.
See you later,
Back to the
Sergeant.
costume shop. We haven't been back there yet. Apart from like the start of the video. Alright. Sorry. And I'll go, yeah. Oh yes, the costume shop. Maybe I'll show in the photo.
Excuse me.
Oui, monsieur?
Do you recognize this man?
Thank you,
Ah, oui, he was here this morning. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Carr.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure this is the same man who hired the clown suit?
Certainement, Monsieur Carr.
Let's keep talking.
Are you sure this is the same man who hired the clown suit?
Certainement, Monsieur Carr.
I think that's all we can do. Can we get numbers in?
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur.
We go on the phone again. So if we go over to get the building site, use the phone. Okay. I think we'll have to use it. Oh.
Hello? Who is this?
Sorry.
The man I'm looking for is called Khan. He bought a suit from you, remember?
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Over to the hotel now. Hopefully so we can. We'll finally be getting somewhere. Yay, we can. Hotel Ubu. Or maybe I'll talk to him later. After anything.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought, but never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak.
Sorry.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens! You're a private detective.
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term you Americans use? It's on the tip of my tongue.
I believe what you're thinking of is Dick.
Precisely.
Have you come across
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian chieftain?
No, darling. Kevin.
Kevin Khan? I never heard of him.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organises fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Sorry,
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
I really wouldn't know, sweetie.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
Oh.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. The wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, we're close. I must say I was disappointed with his cockover. Not at all. I will think that...
I have to go, ma'am.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You were trying to steal that key, no?
No way. I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
About the key hanging on the hook over there.
Oui, monsieur.
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
Is that room taken?
No, the guests checked out this morning.
Do you have a guest by the name of Khan?
No, monsieur. Perhaps you would care to check the register.
The man who calls himself Khan has a scar on his left cheek.
Vraiment? I tell you, I do not know a man named Khan.
Maybe not, but I noticed a change in his expression when I mentioned the scar. Thanks for your help, buddy.
I don't imagine that we're going to be allowed to get in any of the rooms, but...
The door was locked.
Oh, what a surprise.
The door was locked.
Okay.
The door was locked.
Okay. Alright. So we're all locked, so that's good. Alright. Okay. Phone now. I don't know if I really need to use it now. I don't remember this store. Maybe I just didn't reach board or something. I guess I could call Nico.
Bonjour, couleur.
Hi, it's George. I have the address of the killer's hotel.
If you're going to pay him a visit, take care. Remember, that guy's a professional.
Thanks. I'll be fine.
Keys.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
It's kind of, it's annoying.
Would you distract the...
Are you
Oh, no. It's the...
And why, may I ask? Do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
Scared for no?
I would...
It's a...
I'm a...
No, if you...
Wait.
I really need that key bad.
I'm not convinced I should help you, darling.
I have to go, ma'am.
I feel like if he asks her that she instructed him, then there must be a way to do it, so I'm not told him before.
What now, monsieur?
I'd like to check into room 21.
That is not possible.
How come? You said it was vacant.
It is reserved for another guest.
Rats.
No, monsieur. Dutch.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
Can you tell me which room the man in the photograph is taken?
Oh, no, monsieur. That information is confidential.
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so. Do you know a man named Plantar?
No, monsieur.
Would it make a difference if I told you the guy in the photo was a murderer?
We are accustomed to catering for celebrities, monsieur. Movie stars, politicians, royalty, sporting personalities, they all stay here.
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes, you did, monsieur.
Do you recognize this red nose?
No, monsieur.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. It was secretly practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure. Thanks for your help, buddy.
Talk to this guy, I guess. I haven't talked to him yet. He's always
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in Warsaw.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're...
Can you help us?
Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England. Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and
For pants?
for everything.
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective. What's your interest in Khan?
He is an enemy of my people.
You know he's a killer.
Of course, amongst other things.
Yes, useful, yes.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe. I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
What is this clown?
In my country,
I'm glad that
they
What about
all gone.
sound? You don't care for clowns.
They belong.
You don't care for clowns.
They belong.
This is a photo of Khan, right?
That is just one of the names by which he is known.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
That's an odd one. Anything else we can do with her?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stillbart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room. And then he was...
I'm glad.
And...
I have to go, ma'am.
It's annoying. Let me talk to the guys outside.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem. If you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
Okay.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies, monsieur.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Don't you think you have some explaining to do?
Huh?
I'm an American citizen and a bona fide visitor to your country.
What the...
You can't touch me up in the street and expect to get away with it.
Get lost, creep.
That's nice. So can I actually talk to him?
Excuse me.
Yeah?
It's no good pretending you don't understand.
For the last...
Oh, yeah? What if...
Fuck that.
There's...
What?
It's... I don't think even you would assault me on a busy street. Of course, this tranquil square at the end of a cul-de-sac. This isolated corner of Paris that hasn't seen a street sweeper's brush since. This would be...
Hard get...
I'm gonna skip this. Okay. Looks like you can't do much with him. What about him?
Hey, Shorty!
You know what, Khan?
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and...
I told you. I don't know it.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
No, I never saw it.
That's alright.
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
Forget it.
Okay, so I'm a little locked on here. Or can we... What's that first? I want to see if we can report it to the guy at reception, maybe. I don't know. First I'll talk to... see if I can talk to this woman about it.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George!
Okay, I...
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
You see that? You search me?
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
I have to go, ma'am.
We'll go and talk to the receptionist, see if he can do anything.
What now, monsieur?
You're talking about
I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Oh, sorry.
Yes?
He's in a book,
I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you're going to do about it. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
That's not very helpful.
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur? Did they steal anything from you?
Well, no. They didn't find what they were looking for.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't think they did either. Thanks for your help, buddy.
We actually call the cops. Maybe can't come I don't know. I feel bad telling you on a cliffhanger and sort of, but I think I'm gonna end it here. Sorry. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. I know we got some stuff done, I guess. Got to help.